I want you, the person who tapped into this video out of curiosity, to fire up the old noodle for a second. Get the imagination working. I want you to imagine the most Discord and Reddit mod fedora tipping chud who has never stepped outside to have any type of social interaction other than that with his Discord kittens, has never, experienced the real world. I want you to imagine that guy in your brain. Just a stereotypical kind of guy that you'd think of. Well, I have some huge news for you because that guy exists. He's out there. He's living amongst us people. You may not see him because he's probably tucked away in his room, but he's out there and he's looking for love. And sports fans, we are blessed because we have those screenshots. We have screenshots of the nicest guy ever trying to, find some love. Not really the nicest guy ever though. But I want all you guys to lock in for this video because this is one of the craziest text threads ever seen on this channel. So, without any more yapping, I'll just get into it. So the context of this story is these two matched on, I think, Bumble, and they talked for a few days and they went on one date to Olive Garden, and things didn't really work out, like he really liked the date, but she didn't really like it, and this is where our story arc starts here. She starts off saying, "Last night was really fun, but I really don't think we should see each other anymore. I don't think our values or personalities line up, and I'm really looking for someone who I have that with. It's nothing against you. I'm sure your person is out there, but it's not me." Laying it all on the line here, it's got a sting for him because I'm sure he doesn't get that many matches on Bumble. But, laying it out there on the first date is probably the best thing to do instead of, leading someone on. So while it may hurt, the best thing for him to do here is just to be like, okay, that's cool, and then move on. But that's not where it ends off. He says, "Okay, I guess. I thought we had a great time. I bought you dinner and everything." Then she says, "I really appreciate it, and I'll be willing to pay you back my half if that's the problem. I just thought I would let you know rather than later." So coming off very mature on her side, saying that, if actually paying for the meal and stuff that he did, if actually paying for the meal was the problem, that she would pay him back and it wouldn't be that big of an issue. So he responds with, "As a matter of fact, I do want that money back, along with all my hopes for our future." Coming off a little bit strong there, I'm not gonna lie. So he continues on to say, "I don't get you. I don't get women. A nice man shows you what it's like to be treated right, and this is how it's repaid." And since we're already wearing the fedora and talking about Reddit and Discord mod here, I'm just going to go ahead and say he spelled repaid wrong, so yeah. So she says, "I'm sorry you feel I was playing games with you, but I really just don't see a connection between us. It was one date. I'm allowed to form an opinion on someone." Very, very true. She doesn't owe him a date or anything. She doesn't owe him liking him because he bought her Olive Garden or something. He's acting like he's entitled to her liking him when that is just not true. So she's definitely right about saying that it was one date. She can form an opinion on someone. Yo, I'll just shut up. I'm just yapping. He says, "I hate people like you. People who use nice guys like me. Are you playing hard to get?" He actually popped out the line, the nice guys line. This is the most stereotypical dude you can find, referring to himself as a nice guy. So pretty sketchy if you ask me. He gets a little creepy here and says, "I didn't sleep last night thinking about you, about our future and our kids and home and grandkids running around. Don't you want that? Please, I need this." Okay, debriefing for a second. She doesn't like you at all. It's been one date and you're talking about your grandkids in your future home. Ew. What are we talking about? We're getting lost in the sauce here. So then she says, "I'm trying not to come across as rude, but we went on one date to an Olive Garden." Which really puts things in perspective about what this dude is freaking out about. Then he says, Fuck you and your mother. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come across as rude." Oh, no problem, dude. That wasn't rude. That wasn't rude at all. Fuck you and your mother. What does that even mean? Why is her mom getting involved? Then he says, "Was it because I like history?" Yeah, I'm sure that's what did it, man. I'm sure your love of history is what really really turned her away from you. But low-key, I imagine this dude as like one of those unhinged people that like talks about World War II way too much and thinks like being offensive and stuff is funny. So that might have been it. But I guess we'll never know, honestly. Then he says, whatever, don't respond. You don't even care about me. Should she care about you, dude? Should she care? This is your last chance. You'll never hear from me again if you don't say yes to one more date. I'll make it worth your while. No. Fuck you. Stop texting me. I fell in love with you at first sight, and obviously you're too dumb to understand that. Please. You know you're too fat to be acting like this. There it is. There's the classic line that they all pull, all these nice guys pull. Then he goes on to pull the second line where he says, "You're lucky a guy like me was willing to look your way." Wow, he really just said that, man. He really put that on the line there. That is a classic line all of these losers use. As soon as a girl rejects them or says no to them in any type of way, their one excuse is, well, I don't even want you anyway. You're fat. You're stupid. You're ugly. Like you weren't just begging her to have your children and possibly have grandkids in the future after one date. She probably was doing something right, if I had to guess. Or you're just doing something very wrong, which I'm assuming that's the one. But, yeah, don't be like this guy at all. I don't know what he was thinking saying that. I don't know what he was thinking even going out with this girl in the state that he is in. I think his first course of action should be talking to a human being and maybe some anger management classes, because as soon as she turned him down ever, his immediate response was, fuck you. That's immediately what he would jump to. So not a healthy human being, I would say. Yeah, don't be like this guy at all. Anyways, that was about it. Kind of just wanted to show you guys this because I saw it on Reddit and I thought it was kind of funny. So drop it in the comments if you guys think this is real or fake. Could be real or fake, you know, just found it on Reddit. So take everything with a grain of salt. But I want to hope that this is real because it is hilarious. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.